U.S. Open Women's Semifinals, Coco Gauff and Madison lead American quest for home glory. It began with 128 contenders, but now the women's draw at the U.S. Open is down to just 4. After almost 2 weeks of grueling action in the searing heat in New York, the semifinalists have been confirmed for the 4th and final Grand Slam of 2023. American teenager Coco Gauff faces Czech world number 10 Karolina Muchová, while world number 2 Aryna Sabalenka takes on local favorite Madison. Here's everything you need to know ahead of the U.S. Open Women's Semifinals. Gauff and Muchová kick off proceedings in Arthur Ashe Stadium at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, with and Sabalenka following them. Viewers in the U.S. can watch all the action on ESPN, while Sky Sports will broadcast the matches in the U.K. For those eagle-eyed fans, you might remember this specific matchup taking place very recently. The two took to the court just under 3 weeks ago in the final of the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati, with Gauff winning in straight sets to claim the biggest title of her career. Her victory in Ohio came in the midst of Gauff's best period of form in her blossoming tennis career. Momentum she's continued into the U.S. Open. The Americans' most recent outing at Flushing Meadows was another impressive performance, beating Yelena Ostapenko with ease for her 10th victory in a row. It has been somewhat of a coming-of-age tournament for Gauff, who looks like a serious contender to win her maiden Grand Slam title, but she insists she's not getting ahead of herself. "There's still a lot of tennis left to play," Gauff said. "I'm still in the mindset that I'm in the beginning of the tournament. Before I would think close to the end, but right now, I have the mentality that I told myself I still have another 2 weeks to play. Right now, I feel emotionally fresh, which I think was the problem in the past in Grand Slams. I would emotionally be drained." Muchová is very much seen as the underdog against Gauff, despite also showing excellent form recently to rise up to a career-high ranking of number 10 in the world. The Czech, who lost in the final of the French Open earlier in the year, has only dropped one set en route to the semi-final as she continues an extraordinary comeback season after suffering a series of injuries last year which threatened her career. "Mental strength, how would I describe it?" Muchová asked. "I always feel that I'm a pretty tough cookie in life. That helps with tennis. But yeah, some days are better, some days not." She added, "I don't really want to say all the keys with the tactics. So I'll just focus on myself." She's very athletic. She never gives up. Runs for every ball. Doesn't do many mistakes. She has all the strokes. The second semi-final of the day will also see an American with the crowd behind her taking on a European as faces Belarus' Sabalenka. Number 17 seed is enjoying a revival at the tournament, having lost in the final to Sloane Stephens in 2017. She has already beaten 3 seeded players on her way to the semifinals, most recently blitzing past Wimbledon champion Marketa Vondrousova in the quarterfinals as she continues to draw on the home crowds to inspire her victories. "I think I have had just a really good mindset going into the matches. I've been trying to be maybe just a little bit more emotionally balanced," said on her U.S. Open success after her victory over Vondrousova. It was her 26th career victory over a top 10 player and sets up a heavyweight clash against Sabalenka, who is currently the informed player in women's tennis, having not dropped a set on her path to the semifinals. The Belarusian eased past Xing Qinwen in the quarterfinals to reach her 5th consecutive Grand Slam semifinal and continue her remarkable record in major quarterfinals. She has now won her first 7 Grand Slam quarterfinal matches, second on the all-time list behind Chris Evert, who, amazingly, won her first 48. The 25-year-old will be crowned as the new world number 1 when the new rankings are released on Monday and, after claiming her first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open earlier in the year, Sabalenka is the favorite to win her second of the year. She's the first woman to reach the semifinals at all 4 Grand Slams in a year since Serena Williams in 2016 and says she has learned a lot from her prior results. "I had a couple of really tough losses this year," Sabalenka said. "But as I said, we're not losing, we're learning. I'm just getting more experience and getting strong."